So G.I. Joe was actually my favorite toy line growing up. Um, with G.I. Joe Classified, I haven't gone all in on the line. Um, I've had some issues with the line. Now, I will say the figures are actually great figures. The figures are really good. My issue has mostly been with like distribution and the exclusive, the impossible to get exclusives. So it's like it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. Now there have been some other minor issues, like the very first wave. I wasn't crazy about the colors on like Duke and Scarlet and who was it, Roadblock, I believe. Um, Thankfully, they came out with a redeco, and I got Scarlet here. I never got Roadblock, and I never got Duke, which I regret. I still want Duke. Um, but I don't know if I should actually continue this line or not. Um, at this point, I missed out on a bunch. Several of them, well, all the exclusives. And this isn't all my figures, this is just what fits on these stands, but I have just a few more. I don't have a lot more than what you see here. So yeah, so I've had some issues, and then now I feel like they're kind of they've switched things up, because the first wave, I don't know if it was the first, second, or how long, like what we were getting were kind of modernized versions of the characters. They've been sci-fi looking. But then it seems like Hasbro has switched it up to go more classic looks with the characters. So it's like those earlier ones, and it's like you got some of the most essential characters like Scarlet and Duke looking modernized and sci-fi, and then the other characters later on down the line are looking a little more classic. So yeah, that's just, again, it's not a huge issue. The biggest issue has been with the distribution. Like, I don't see these in stores, and if you do, it's like what characters? It's like mostly the Snake Eyes Origins figures are pegworm, but not even like the whole wave. So it's like these are, unless you can get them online, which I can, but I prefer to find them in store, or at least I like that satisfaction of being able to see them in stores. And when I don't, it's just, for lack of a better term, it leaves a sour taste in my mouth. And then those exclusives. And so here's the thing: one of the biggest factors, one of my kind of deal breakers was if they were, and this was at the beginning before she came out, was if they were going to make a Baroness or not. Baroness. Yeah. I was going to have a Baroness. And then they made Baroness, but then they made her this Target exclusive that was impossible to get. To this day, I've never seen one in person. So yeah, that was huge to me. Now there's the new retro version, which I'm hoping I get. So Walmart, it's an exclusive though. Walmart exclusive. Hopefully it won't be as hard to get as a Target one. So I don't know. And then the other issue, going back to like earlier on with the sci-fi stuff, I don't know if so here I'll use this Cobra Trooper as example. Very sci-fi gun instead of like a more real world, which I don't mind so much with Cobra, but I have another issue with this gun. I don't know if you can see on camera. There's this tab, so you can tab it onto the backpack or onto their backs, but it is really unsightly. It would have been better if it was on the inside, so at least you're not looking at it, but it's really unsightly. If I do continue the line, I'm going to have to arm these guys with some better guns. Snake Eyes here, he also has a very sci-fi gun, instead of something like an Uzi or an MP7, which would be a lot more you know, appropriate for Snake Eyes. Gung Ho here has a very sci-fi gun. In fact, it comes with 3 guns, and they're all very sci-fi. So yeah, I will say in this case, as opposed to like I forget which ones I did previously, McFarlane DC, I believe, and Star Wars Black Series, which those were definite quits for me. This one I'm still a little on the fence. I haven't totally decided, but I am leaning more towards continuing collecting. But again, I'm gonna have to, which, you know, I shouldn't have to go to the trouble of getting better guns for these guys. As for the issue of distribution and exclusives, well, you know, I guess I'll be getting them mostly online. As far as the exclusives, if I can't get it, I'll live without it. You know, I guess that's just the way it's gonna have to be. I'll get what I can, and even so, if I could continue to collect this line, I'm really gonna cherry pick anyway. I'm not gonna I'm not a completist to begin with, but I'm also not gonna get just like every character that comes out, or, you know, the majority. I'm just gonna get really just the characters I really want. I want to keep G.I. Joe a small team, like a really small covert operations team, and Cobra Command, you know, just a few main characters. Hopefully I get that Baroness. In a way, she still will be a deal breaker if I really can't get Baroness, and if I can't get her at retail price, or at least close to retail price, I might decide to quit. With Cobra though, again, you know, just a few main characters, and hopefully I've got 3 of these Cobra Troopers. I'd like to get some Cobra Vipers. Also got 3 of the Red Ninjas. I like to be able to army build the troopers. So at least 3 of them. So yeah, there you have it. Like I said, I am leaning towards continuing collecting the line, but time will tell. Fingers crossed that I get a Baroness.